Yes, Akwaba. And you there, CCN, your election year, December, Ghana will go and vote. Yebakwa campaign or obiji Oman Ghana in you. But for the past 8 years, it has been NPP, that's Nana Akuffo Addo and Dr. Bawumia. Now, they were saying that Bawumia is Akuffo Addo's mate, and now I'm the driver no see your pado J, ejuma no mate no see then otumo or drive a country no where he feels that it will be the best place for Ghana. So the whole scene of the political scene of Ghana right now, no, Akoye, is Dr. Bawumia the right person to take over from Akuffo Addo? Now, initially, it used to be like, oh, Alan Cash, is it Kennedy Japan, but they went to vote as a party, and Nana Akuffo Addo, CCN, so definitely Bawumia is coming as their somebody that's going to be their flag bearer. Now, Nana Addo called baby or a speech. He was actually giving a speech, and he was talking about the fact say he feels like Mahama can't take over from him. Mahama can't take over from him because Mahama will be criticized. So he feels like the right person that he feels like he has trained and groomed to take over from him is the right person to take over from him is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now I'm laughing because most Ghanaians are not really happy about this development because they feel like the NPP government has not really lived to expectation. And looking at how socio-economic Charlie, or some way, as I say, the whole space of the political scene now, most people have lost interest in politics as a whole. Now, actually, NDC, NPP, NDC, most people were saying that, oh, one more than one, but it was when NPP came, then we realized that they probably did better. That's what people are saying. I'm an American, that's the feedback in the system they are talking about. So Nana Akuffo Addo is trying to say that he believes that most no man, but if he's looking for someone that ordinate should be Jana, then the right person is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now this thing has it has annoyed a lot of people. Some people are not really happy about what the president was talking about because they feel like when he is in power, and now no power in the crowd, most of us are not really satisfied about his performance. So then he doesn't have the right to nominate someone to be able to hold his space. So he doesn't have the right to nominate someone to hold his space. So, but that's what he's saying. He's talking that, or say, Mahmoud Bawumia or baby dinner there.
Now, face a brand dua. A brand dua. Yeah, Jumaya no. Tia, and yet then Onipa me ba me betu no wakonwa no so no a bibia me ya no so enya no fe me to me jamachi emo obisa bibia ma ya oba wa be se no eti me ba be sramo Onipa ni ma ye adwuma 7.5 years in me. I'm a wojidie kese woni mu. I'm a nimse obetumi atwa me dwuma so. I'm a monya ho faso. Your friend no Mahmoud Bawumia. Yeah, twama no. Waba be dima de. Me na baso nyakopon shamu nyira.
But when you watch the flip side, we have NDC, we have CPP, PNC, and what have you. But you're one a new force. There is someone called Nana Kwame Bediako, you named our friend Cheddar. Now, Cheddar is like the face of the youth now. Most of the youth believe in him because they feel like he has new policies and we need some fresh blood to actually bring new ideas that we feel like be a better country, And Cheddar is in the scene. Now, Cheddar has come up with the Go Save Ghana Fund. Now, the Save Ghana Fund is basically, he feels like politicians in Ghana are not really practicing democracy. Okay. I'm sure you are wondering, say, what do I mean by that? I mean, what he is trying to say is democracy is supposed to be like, yeti oman we mu na ebe hwe na oman na de ejina ne nan so So if you go to America, for instance, he stated an example whereby Donald Trump, no matter how rich he is, he can actually go and go to Americans to solicit for funds. Say, omumbo mine na oyeden, omumani sika na oyeden onfansho mine also. So that it's not like say say MP ba fan say denta na Madina. Ono no be ma sika say votima no. So from the idea he is coming from is say ono politician no ba no ka say jiska we na votima mia. It's like he has invested in something. As a waboka say opeso be di ade. Inti or yes, I so losing his sika definitely about power. He would like to gain that money back because Waboka, what sika near there, he feels like you owe him. And I don't know if he listen for about power. Like the politicians become corrupt because of feeling that okay, when I was coming to power, I pay this, I pay that, I pay these people this. So or when the person is actually doing something against the government or actually stealing from the country, they feel justified. Okay, so the angle he is coming from is, I think it's a brand new idea that I feel personally is quite reasonable from where he's taking it from. Because politicians will come and then, Ghana, Charlie, people they go through and people are hustling. So when they come like this, okay, jiska we na voti mami. All man will seek and some also brain on seeker. So definitely he would like to reap from what he has sown. That is kind of the friend say candidate number 2 about into about power. Definitely say or the 10,000 or the same probably is going to go like 50,000. Yes, so that is what Cheddar is talking about. Say with him, he feels like we should rather invest in the country Ghana until we be the Save Ghana Fund. If we was sika, we be to be the tomb. So also in a way to as a cushion his campaign and everything. So I don't know what you think, but personally, if you ask me, I feel that is a very laudable idea and it's a brilliant and a new way of thinking that we should embrace. Because they say if the old ways are not opening new doors, we definitely have to be creative with our thinking. And I feel for a young man like him to come up with an idea like this, Charlie, I think it's brilliant. Because I feel we are used to the usual narrative of, comedy is now at the end of the day, mobile power, they feel like they are justified to take something from the government.
Now the Western world, maybe we pick America or we pick Europe. Every one of these presidents will go to the public. It doesn't matter. Donald Trump is a billionaire and he went into politics and he went to the public to raise funds. So he asked them to donate to him. Now I would like to tell you why it's more feasible for us to start practicing our democracy this way. Because I will come to Africa. All the leaders in the Western took the donation from the people to put themselves in the seat. So guess what? The people made them the president. They did not make themselves the president. And therefore, they have no choice but to serve the people. That is democracy. Democracy belongs to all of us. It does not belong to a few of us. Now, when you come to Africa, it's completely the opposite. All the leaders are going to the people and giving them money and say, vote for me. Why do we call this the same democracy? Why are we practicing it the opposite way? So now let's try and figure out, when that person that came to you to give you that money to vote for them, when they become a president, do you think they're here to serve you or you owe them? On this note, it gives me the opportunity to tell Ghanaians, the nation of this country, that the Save Ghana Fund is just telling the nation that help us change the narrative for the first time in history. Help us change this narrative. Your power is your thumb, and who you choose to vote for should not be able to connive or instruct you to vote for them based on payment. I want you to be the investor of your leader, of your national governance. I want the nation to see that they are responsible.
From the government. I don't know about you personally, but this is not about politics. This is about the policies that's actually going to help the country move forward. Because quite recently, Ghana is in a space whereby it's not a good place, Charlie. I would say Ghana, and I won't say no. We are crying for. And when you go to the various embassies, people are trying their best to actually run. I don't know whether Ghana, but it's kind of funny when you go to these embassies. Like there's a rush, like the rush hour, and that should tell you because almost say Obianiwa or Dahona a war esogun anymore obechenano say there and count now and only ko be mine. So it means that things are really difficult in this country. And see, I feel like we need a fresh mind, Charlie. Like we need new perspective. We need new angles. We need people with different ideologies. And it doesn't matter whether it's Nana Kwame Bediako. It's not really about the personality. It's about what we need for this country to actually come out from the darkness. So I feel like he's making a statement. Personally, if you ask me, it's not about politics. It's about policies. So if Wabana Sofilise, he can actually make a new change, a new era, like on a new force, you know. And you know, politicians they were winning. And also, and then our president didn't tell us. Charlie, your dream was. And I remember when finally, you know, when he won the election, Charlie, people were dancing like it's like Ajinkwamba, and everybody was happy. Like Charlie finally free SHS by and so I'm hoping that whatever mind that he has for Ghana is legit and he's actually coming to implement these things if he's given the go-ahead. Personally, if you ask me, I think it's highly impossible that he will come to power, to be honest, because in Ghana, people know NDC and NPP. So if you are not with NDC or you are not with NPP, it's very, very difficult for you to actually break into the system as a president. And the elders and Ampenifono might not really like to give the mantle to a young person for him to rule the country. So I feel that no matter how feasible his plans and ideas are, realistically speaking, Nana Kwame Bediako might have to come back again. This one, I'm being realistic. Unless some sort of magic happens and some miracle happens that I will see him as a president. But for now, I feel even if we pull our weight behind him, there are still the gatekeepers that are probably not going to allow him to sort of become the president of Ghana. So that is what is happening with regards to politics and governance. This year we are going to Kofituber. I don't know who you vote for, and personally I don't even know who I'll vote for as of now. I'm still going through the policies. I think they've not read their manifestos, and I've not listened to all their manifestos to see who will be of benefit to me, so I can't really take a stance with that. But I feel that it's about policies, it's about ideas, it's not about personalities, it's about who is going to make Ghana great, and that's what we should look at. Okay, so that's with politics for today. I don't do politics because I think it's some game. Maybe I don't like to meddle in it. But today, Charlie, we have to talk about politics a little bit, and that would end our session for today's trend. I'm sure I would come your way next time with another news.